Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. So in this video, I'm going to do a little bit more of a, in-studio sit-down type of review. And the reason being, I recently blew up my foot. So typically I'm up at about a little more for my reviews. But for this one, I'm going to use this new studio with all of these new gadgets. I figure it's a great time to test the stuff out. So for this review, I'm getting back to kind of my roots of this channel. And what I mean by that is, originally I started YouTube basically trying to do reviews on items that I didn't really see a whole lot out there, on YouTube of. And that being said, I started searching for lawn mowers and stuff like that. And I found these Makita tools and didn't really see a whole lot out there on these. So I thought, you know what, Gears and Gadgets, this kind of fits down that avenue. So I'm going to do a review of really a whole bunch of Makita tools that I acquired that I thought were worthy of a review. This is sponsored by Acme Tools, and it's kind of a unique sponsorship. The way that I came up with this arrangement was, first I bought this lawnmower from another big box retailer. I guess I won't mention names here. And I actually bought that along with a new Makita drill, which is back here, which you will see in another video. And come to find out, there was actually a promotion running with Makita where they would provide free batteries for the purchase of tools. And I found out this big box retailer, I found they weren't offering this incentive, and I actually got pretty annoyed by it. So I started looking around to see who did offer this promotional offer from Makita. So I just reached out to Acme Tools and said, hey, I was kind of bummed out that this big box retailer didn't offer these promotional items, and I see that you guys are. So, would you guys be interested in teaming up? And they said, sure. So what they did was they sent me the weed whacker and trimmer basically for free as a way to do this review. So I thought, I'm going to do this as a Makita kind of complete lawn video. And I'm going to do the drill combo and the angle grinder as a separate video because I want to do this kind of in a two-part series. One is the Makita lawn tools video, and then more like the hand tools I'll do separately. And more so with the drill, there's actually some things that I'm trying to work through with that, and I want to give a more comprehensive review. So I'm going to wait until I really actually run through that a little bit more thorough. But I have used the lawnmower, the weed whacker, and the hedge trimmer, and I can vouch for those items. And I'm going to do that in this video. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So first, we're going to get into the lawnmower. This is the 36-volt mower. It takes two 18-volt batteries running at the same time, and it comes with two 5-amp batteries. And in my experience, this has been about enough to get about a half an hour of mowing, maybe a little bit more, which for me is plenty. I don't have a huge backyard or front yard, so this for me was fine. But let's go ahead and just get into the unboxing. It's a lawnmower. I mean, if you've opened up any lawnmower, or if you haven't, it's really not a thrilling experience. To be honest with you, you open the box, the mowers, they all kind of are packaged about the same way. They're sitting in there. All you have to do is throw the handle on it. That's pretty much the extent of setting up a lawnmower. Anybody can do it. Super simple. Pretty much across the board. My experience with gas mowers, it's all been about the same thing. This is just a little bit easier because, well, there's no motor. It's lighter. It's way easier to handle. Now, this mower does have a plastic deck, and a lot of guys are going to be like, there's no chance that I'm going to run a plastic deck mower. But I will say that personally, I prefer it for my situation because, again, I don't have a huge yard. I'm not running through stones. I'm not really too terribly worried about longevity when it comes to, beating on this thing to the point where it's going to break because it's plastic. So this mower actually does have a 13-gallon bag that comes with it for bagging your clippings, which in my experience worked okay. It's one of the shortcomings of this mower, in my opinion, is its, I guess you'd say, mulching capability, where you would leave the bag off. It kind of wants to blow clippings out of the back end of it a little bit. It doesn't really latch shut for mulching capability, but for my small yard, I bag it anyways because it's easy enough to do. It's, by the time I'm done with my lawn, it's a bag maybe, so it's easy enough to do. Yeah, this mower weighs 40 pounds, so again, it's super easy. It's got ball bearings in the wheels, so it pushes super simple. It's just a really easy mower to operate. It does not have any sort of self-propelled mode, but in my opinion, I don't need it. And I actually, when I'm mowing the lawn, I'd rather be pushing it. It's just, I don't know, I guess a little more involved. I enjoy the work of doing it. If I had a huge yard, not the best option. So I want to get into this mower from the perspective of really who is it good for and who is it not good for. And the answer to that is a small yard is really what this thing is meant for. As far as durability goes, I did actually bend one of the wheels on my second mowing, and it's actually caught on camera. What you can see here is I just caught one of the landscaping pavers basically, and it just bent the wheel in a little bit. So I have to bend that back. I'm a little bit disappointed in that. That to me is kind of like a minor little hit that just kind of turned that wheel out, and I wouldn't expect that to happen. So that's just a matter of kind of a weak bracket on that front wheel. So, you know, again, would I recommend this mower? I would absolutely recommend the mower. But just understand, it's really meant for small lawns, easy use. This is not a professional landscaping tool by no means. But it is a great mower for me and maybe somebody who's older, who has a smaller lawn, wants a lighter mower to push around, doesn't need self-propelled, doesn't need all the bells and whistles. This is a great mower for that person. Just know what it is that you're buying. And remember, I'm going to link all of these tools in the description down below, so you can go ahead and check them out at Acme Tools. I'm going to jump right into the unboxing of the trimmer. Now, these came as a package deal, so I'm going to open the Hedge Trimmer first. This was a bare tool. I'll just open that up and really just set it off to the side because there is no assembly. It's a Hedge Trimmer. You open the box and it's just ready to go. So that is the Hedge Trimmer. We'll just throw that off to the side for now. The Weed Whacker, we'll open this up again. This is just a standard, I guess what you'd call Weed Whacker assembly. You open up the box, the main tool is kind of all set up, and you just have to throw the shield on. It's 2 bolts, super simple, and that's really it. I mean, you spin the spool on, and it's pretty simple. I mean, again, anybody could do it. It's just an easy process. So we'll take the Weed Whacker out first and just run that around the yard. And what I got to say is this Weed Whacker works, I mean, perfectly. It works for everything that I need and plenty more. I couldn't say enough about this Weed Whacker as far as being a good enough tool for big yards, small yards. It'll do it all. I think you could really run this thing for a couple hours probably on that battery, maybe an hour on that battery. But I came nowhere near even killing the battery running it around my yard. Again, small yard. I'm only really doing around sprinkler heads and corners along landscape walls and stuff like that. Nothing major. I live in Arizona, so the grass doesn't get super crazy. You don't have like tall weeds like you typically would have from where I come from in New York in the Northeast, where you get, you know, some pretty crazy stuff if you don't keep it trimmed. So I think that this could do not only that, but more. I'm very confident with this Weed Whacker. Now we'll get into my favorite tool out of the bunch, and that was the Hedge Trimmer. And I'm not sure if this was my favorite tool because the hedge in the house that I moved into was so incredibly overgrown. I mean, I'm talking like towering over the window, and it just hacked right through it. I mean, way better than I had anticipated out of this tool. And that's one of the things that when you buy a tool, you always want it to perform really better than your best expectation. And this one did exactly that. I mean, it just cut through these hedges like butter. And I've got to say that it was super clean. Just basically a one pass, 2 passes through the thick of I'm talking the thick of it, and it hacked right through it. So very, very happy with this Hedge Trimmer. And I have got to say, as far as like the whole tool setup goes, I prefer to have all of the same stuff. So where I might say the mower might not be up to what I would have liked for expectation, it's certainly fine. I'm not going to return it. Again, I bought that mower. I'm not going to return it. I'm happy with it as is. I don't see any reason to go to another tool. I prefer to have all of my tools to be the same brand. It's way easier when it comes to batteries and all that kind of stuff. I like to keep it that way. So the mower, I'm happy with it. I'm certainly going to run with this thing and, you know, run it till the wheels fall off, I guess you'd say, which, you know, might be the weakness of that mower. But I still would recommend it. I do think it is a good lawn mower. The Weed Whacker fits everything I need. I'm very happy with that. And the Hedge Trimmer, I almost wish that the hedges would grow faster because it was really enjoyable to to just hack those things down. And again, I would recommend that Hedge Trimmer as well. So again, I'll link all of these in the description down below to Acme tools. Go ahead and check them out. Again, they were one of the only resellers that I was seeing of Makita that was offering all the promotions. So very wise to check them out. So again, guys, I'm just going to run these videos separate. I'm going to do the Makita lawn tool video, and then I'll do the Makita hand tool video as a separate video, because I think if you came here for this, you're more or less looking towards the lawn mower or the lawn tools. And if you're looking for the hand tools, you really probably maybe don't care so much about the lawn tools. So I'll just try to keep those two separate and make it as watchable as I can. So again, this video is just getting back to my roots. I really enjoy doing YouTube videos on things that I don't find a lot of information on, and really all these tools I didn't find a whole lot on. So I thought I'll do it. It definitely fits as far as my gears and gadgets. It's a little bit looser, but I figure, doing all these tools, being all electric, it fits the gears and gadgets channel. And I also would like to be in the future adding maybe some bigger impact wrenches from Makita. That's certainly something I would like to do for maybe a little bit more of my garage stuff. Again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please click that subscribe button down below. And remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you next time.